Aye bobo, aye bobo, aye bobo. Welcome back to Mysteries of Haitian Vodou. I'm your host, Papa Mystique, and today's episode is a special one. I'm sitting down once again with Houngan Dieu Devan, a respected Houngan in Vodou tradition who brings powerful insights and lived experience to the conversation. In our first interview, Houngan Dieu Devan opened the doors to understanding his path into voodoo and how the spirits guide his work. This time, we're diving even deeper, exploring the practice, philosophies, and spiritual truths that shape the way voodoo is lived today. So, settle in, open your mind, and join me as we continue this journey with Houngan Dieu Devan right here on Mysteries of Haitian Vodou. Aye, Bobo. So I want to welcome you back to the show. The last time you were on here, we had such a great response from the people, and they wanted you to come back. And so I'm excited to have you back. And this time we can get in a little bit deeper because we already know who you are. But now what we're going to do, we're going to try to take this time to educate the people about voodoo from your perspective. As many know, you are Houngan Asogwe, and so you come with a lot of experience. We're going to tap into your knowledge bank tonight so that the people, can get fed, they can get what they need. I want to kick it off, Dieu Devan, by talking to you about what a lot of people want to know. A lot of people ask me. And so I just want to ask you, right? So for people who have never practiced voodoo, but they have an interest in voodoo, whether they had a dream, whether they're feeling called to voodoo and they don't know what to do yet, before they let's just say before they talk to a Houngan or a Mumbo, right? What are some things people can do to try to get a better connection with the law that might be walking with them?
Well, first thing first, for the people that's trying to get into voodoo, I want them to know that from the beginning, that is the spirit that's inside of them that's trying to point them in the right direction and where they belong, which is in voodoo, first of all, first and foremost. And and once you find the right person, your spirit going to lead you to that right person that you feel can teach you or bring you to that level that you would want spiritually. Very first thing you do is an action de grâce, or you do elimination to summon all your spirits. And when you do that, also when you do elimination, of course, you dream, your spirit's gonna come in your dream and also let you know who is whose, which spirit walks with you. And also when you do elimination, this is just part of the reglement. When you after elimination, Ogu always comes after elimination. So he will come and talk to you and let you know certain things that you would want to know. Because Ogu is, of course, he's the chief of all spirits. He's the general. He's doing that. Whatever he say goes. And so after you're done doing elimination or action de grâce, Ogu comes. You have to call Ogu. Ogu is the spirit to call on, and he will definitely let you know what you need to do. What's necessary. Your necessary steps. From there on, you'll know exactly what to do, and the spirit's gonna lead you. And the person that you chose to lead you spiritually, that already have experience, is also gonna lead you, is gonna continue to lead you in that right path.
Can you explain what an action de grâce is and what a elimination is?
Action de grâce is an action of grace. Action de grâce is, let's say, for example, for a lot of people that got parents that used to serve voodoo, and their parents died and didn't teach their children about voodoo. So now these spirits are being abandoned, and now the children, the children is suffering because the parents didn't enlighten them about voodoo and give them the light about voodoo. So now the spirits feel neglected. So now the child have to pay for it. The spirits is making a child life miserable, and you know what I'm saying, for them to serve them. And the very first thing to do in that matter is the action de grâce. So you can ask the laws, so you can tell the laws, I apologize, like I didn't know because I don't know what to do. That's what an action de grâce is. Obviously, that the laws is making them their life miserable. They can't have don't have no money. They going through it spiritually, well physically. So you do an action de grâce, and you do action de grâce for that deliverance, for the Lord could deliver you, for the Lord could deliver you. You basically asking for deliverance. Elimination is when you connecting with your l'habitation, when you summoning all your spirits from your mom's side, from your dad's side, you summoning them for them to walk with you. You acknowledge them for them to show you their presence, for them so they can open doors for you. That's what elimination is. Elimination is something that you do that to for the laws to
Connect with you.
come back, connect with you, come in your life, and you know, and after you do your elimination, you enter your laws. That's the order. For those of you out there that had your parents or your grandparents that used to serve spirits and you have no knowledge of spirituality, the very first thing for you to do is the action de grâce. After you do your action de grâce, do your elimination so you can connect with your spirits. After you connect with your spirits, you enter, after elimination, now you enter your laws into your home. And when you enter your laws, a little ceremony, when you enter your laws, you know, you make the food for them and you set up your altar, and then you start your journey. From there, now you find from there, now you find, well, the person, you already found your person that's leading you and guiding you correctly. Now you start to learn about voodoo. You get more knowledge about voodoo, get deeper into voodoo. That's when, you know, when that time come, the Lord will choose you. Obviously, they chose you already if they making you passe mise. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So boom. Now boom, you get into initiation. You get into initiation. You love your tête or you do counsel. Love your tête is for Marcos in my book. But there is also people that do love your tête, but what's the point of doing love your tête when you can counsel? Because that's a topic for a whole nother.
Right.
We'll
We'll
go.
get we'll get to that at some point. Um, so I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because many people who are new to voodoo, I see a lot of people saying that a lot of people mention leg bug coming to them. I see that more than anybody else's name.
Right.
Is that something that's very common that leg bug is the one that goes to people in their dreams first?
That's not very common. Well, some people, it depends. It depends on that person's habitation. It depends on that person's habitation. Because if Ligba is, because Ligba is, first of all, Ligba is in everybody's habitation. Let's get that out the way.
Right.
Because Ligba, without Ligba, you have no spirits in your habitation. Without Ligba, there is no voodoo. Let's get that out the way. Without Ligba, there is no voodoo.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because Ligba have to open the doors for the spirits to come through. Yeah, that's for certain people. You know, certain people it be Ligba. Most people would be Dantor, Ogu,
Mm-hmm.
Dambala. You know what I'm saying? Mainly it be Dambala because Dambala is the one that really like pull people into to voodoo, and because he's the father of all spirits. He's the most powerful of all spirits, like I said before in the previous interview, which is the most powerful spirit of all as well. So it's different strokes for different folks. Like for me, for example, um, like for me, for an example, it was Ogu. Ogu is my method. I was told that since I was a kid, since he told me that he reclaimed me, well, claimed me as his child since I was in the stomach, since I was in the womb. And if you have a loi, your method always choisit you from the stomach, not when you're grown or anything like that. There's a lot of people that don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And that loi is what people call guardian angel. That's what that is. In Creole, we call it method or ange gardien. In Vodou, in Creole, is ange gardien, but in Vodou, that's your method. Now there can be other laws that marche with you, qui marche avant, that also claim you, but you only have one method. But you also have other spirits as well, qui marche avant, that walks with you very strongly along with your method.
It's possible that another loi that walks with you reclaimed you.
Another law could reclaim you, yes. Another law could reclaim you. They could claim you. Yeah, they could claim you. Yeah, that's possible. Yes, and like me for example, Ogu is my method. Agau, cousin, of course, my Giri Demi play. Those are laws that claim me along the way that I found out afterwards. That Agau is another big law. You know, we have a lot of laws in habitation, like Bosu Glue, and then it's we like you see, for example, Bosu Glue. We have Bosu Glue. Like I have Bosu Glue in my habitation, but the Bosu that marche that danse in my tête is Bosu Set Con. When he
Mm-hmm.
comes, he's not like every other Bosu you will see. When he comes, you tie his head with a cord, and you put a plant in his mouth, and you give him a point just like Donto. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that Bosu, he talks. You know what I'm saying? They got Bosu that don't talks, that
Right.
just be like a bull,
Mm-hmm.
but they got Bosu that talks as well.
Mm.
And that's Kajabosu. Kajabosu is the one that don't talk. Bosu Tuakon, Bosu Setkon, those laws, they pali, they biggie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like Donto, for example. They got Dontos that don't talk at all. They when they come KKKKK.
Right.
We got Dontos that talk like Boa. When she comes, she speaks. Mapiang. When Mapiang comes, she speaks. Baliang. Baliang, when she comes, she speaks. Jewuj, when she comes, she kick, but she barely speaks. She speaks when you don't understand her. She'll hit her chest and say a few words for you to understand what she's saying, and then that's it. But she barely talks.
What about Cat Noir?
Kenwe, Kenwe Lipa, she talks too. She talks too. She speaks too. That's one of the one of the most dangerous ones.
Mm-hmm.
But that lady there, Esili Kenwe, that's a law. That's in my habitation. That lady, that lady there, she eats her pig raw.
Mm.
She kill her pig and start eating her pig right then and there. She don't need you to cook it or anything. She right then and there. She's Kenwe.
Uh,
And that's
so
why there's a song for Sejim ki wujo, ba move muno, Sejim ki wujo. Simde move muno, na nou yon ta mache. Simde move muno, na nou yon ta mache. Sejim ki wujo, ba move muno, Sejim ki wujo.
how does someone know that they are a Schwazi?
The law is gonna tell you that. Law you have mutuosa. Yeah, they're gonna, like me for example. Me and my sister, we used to, when we were younger, we used to be like, man, the Lord's gonna choose you, man. We used to like, tease each other like, yeah, they're gonna choose you. No, they're gonna choose you. No, they're gonna choose you. One day, my spiritual dad was having a council initiation, and for some reason, since I was a kid, the Lord's been always been attached to me more than my other siblings. That's why my sister used to always tell me like the spirit's gonna choose me because they always more attached to me than the rest of them. And one day my spiritual father was having a initiation. He was doing an initiation, and Ogu came out of nowhere, mounted him out of nowhere, and told everybody to put him inside.
Mm.
That means I was chosen.
When you're réclamé, the law, they're gonna bother you. They're gonna make you have problems when you're réclamé because they want you to come back.
They're gonna give you problems if you're not doing what you need to do. As far as, like I said before, those people, for the people that parents was in voodoo and they didn't involve their child into voodoo, and they pass on and their kids don't know anything about voodoo. So now the laws are being unfed, they're
Mm-hmm.
being unserved. So now the laws become to bother the kids.
Mm.
That's the only way the laws will do that to them, so that they can grasp their attention.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that they can serve them. You get what I'm saying? And that's the only way. But they wouldn't do that to somebody that like me, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't do that to me, because if I'm with me and I know that I'm with me, and they choose me, and I know everything about voodoo since I was a kid. I was raised in it. You get what I'm saying? So even if my mom was to pass on, I know of it. So they wouldn't do
You
me
like
like
that?
they would do somebody else that doesn't know.
I, I want you to explain when someone says a reset to faire des man, what is that?
When somebody give you a reset to do a demon, you gotta understand your law and their law. Somebody could give you a reset that works for them and not you. That's why you don't get any reset from anybody. You get reset from your laws. You get what I'm saying? Because somebody could share something with you. You get what I'm saying? And me, when I share a reset with somebody, I don't give them the reset that I do for my lois because that's a règlement that's for my lois. I give them a general reset or a lump to do to connect with their spirit. If somebody was to come to me and say, "Hey, Dieu Devan, how can I connect with Gede or Danto?" For example, with Danto right here, Mysteries of Haitian Vodou, Mysteries Zila Moyo. With Danto, you see that soldier that's behind you, that soldier trois pieds.
Right.
The general way to connect with her, you're gonna use l'huile masquiti, poivre, graisse cochon, and you do your mesh and talk to her. But my reset on how to talk to Donto is way differently. Cause me, I don't talk to Donto. I talk to her child. So her child can deliver the message to Donto. Cause what a lot of people don't know, Donto is deaf. I talk to Tigugun. I make a lump for Tigugun. Mpara Tigugun di Tigugun di maman pour moi. That's my way. That's how I was taught. That's how she taught me to connect with her.
What is the difference between someone making their demand and then you doing work to make something happen? Let's just say the same thing happen for somebody.
Well, the the difference is when a regular person just doing a demand, not saying the spirit don't hear you. The spirit hear you. But us as Asogwes, we have the secret, the loi secret. We have the loi mot pass is what we call it. We got the trois paroles that's gonna call the spirit presence into the room, make them move is faster than a regular person would. We passe the penitence. We got our God to be able to do that. You get what I'm saying? Versus a regular person doing it. You get what I'm saying? Because don't throw, like, let's say for example, like we have control. We got more control. I'm not gonna say more control over them, but we got more control to connect with them.
You can access them at will.
Right. So yeah, that's the difference. As a Uga Asugwe, we can interpolate any law whenever, however we want to. Now, any Uga knows not to abuse that ability. You don't abuse that ability and call on the laws for no reason. That's why there be a lot of people that just be this. Believe it or not, there be this is a lot of people that love voodoo so much they'll literally be wanting to call the law for any little thing.
Anything, huh?
They'll, like they'll, hey, a fly just landed on me. I need you to call the spirit for me. Like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, do you know how it feels like for a law to come on you and mount you? Like, it's not like somebody said, "Hi, Papa Mystique."
Okay, you broke down what someone making a demand is. You broke down you as a Houngan being able to access the law, have a better connection than a regular person and making something happen, right? So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is an expedition?
Expedition is when you doing a work that needs to be expedited immediately. Expedition is something that you do in the kafu. You use a bouteille warm, you go to the kafu, you do an expedition. Um, that's when you after that's like a more of a revenge type of thing when you're doing an expedition
Mm-hmm.
or defensive work when you're doing an expedition behind somebody. Expedition is used with, of course, kafu,
Mm-hmm.
which other people use. I mean, name Sidis. You know what I'm saying? You can do expedition with numerous of other laws,
Right.
not only kafu. You can do it with bosu. You can do it with any god law. Your god, your simbi, with any law. You can do it with, you know what I'm saying. You can do expedition with whatever law show law god
Right.
you choose.
When you do an expedition with Saint Expedite,
Hmm.
is is there a contract being made?
With the expedition, when you're doing the expedition, you paying the kafu already. For pay kafu pour faire expedition, you have to pay the kafu for the expedition to go through. So while you're doing the expedition, you paying the kafu because you don't do an expedition without paying, because kafu is the one that's going to give you the door to
Go
for your any work to go through.
right.
You get what I'm saying? That's for any work. Black magic, white magic, whatever magic. You got to go through three spirits for your work to go through.
Who are the three spirits?
Kafu, Gumbo, and God Cimetière. You got to get laissez passer from all three of those. That's why when the Ugan's doing the work for you, when they charge you that 777, goes to those spirits to give you that passage for your work to go through. There's not a job that I can't do. That's why I got a giddy. That's not a regular giddy. That's why I got a giddy. That's a giddy and that's a point. That's a job. That's a God as well. So there is nothing that my giddy, there's not a job, there's not a work that my giddy cannot do. And even if there was, I have I got too much big spirits that I serve. You get what I'm saying? There's not a work that I haven't done. I've treated people that couldn't have kids. Recently, like a couple days ago, I just took a zombie off somebody. A couple days ago, I got the video of it because somebody took a video of it.
Oh,
Um,
you know you're gonna have to share
see,
that.
but certain see that's the thing. Certain videos I don't post because there's a lot of things that other Ugans don't know. I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
gonna teach you.
Right, right. I got you.
Because if you don't know how to take a numb off somebody as a Ugan Asugwe, that's on you. There's certain videos that I'm not gonna post.
Let's get into that for a minute. You're right. As a Houngan, you should be able to do any job because you have access to all the spirits. And so
Exactly.
and so because you have access to all the spirits, each spirit can do something, right? And you can go to them for whatever job.
Hmm.
So now when you have a Houngan that's unable to do a job, right? And he doesn't know how to do it. Where does he learn it from?
Let me tell you, those type of Ugans, what they do is they'll contact somebody like me. Hey brother, I have a client which I this happens numerous times. Hey brother, I got a client that's in front of me. I got a client that this is the type of work they need to get done. What you think I should do? What how can I do this? What do I need to do? Da 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 da. And if I'm close enough with the person, I tell them, okay, go get you this, go get you this, go get you this, go get you that, go get you some, put zombie, go get you some, saying some fake pois Congo, go get you some fake Montbin, go get you this and that, da da da, and do what you're doing. Get you a lump jumu or a lump whatever, you know what I'm saying? Get you this fade, do this bad for this person, or make God on this person when you done with doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? I explained to them,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a lot of them. What they'll do is they'll just call the spirit and let the spirit do everything. But as a Uga, how are you gonna learn to do these things?
So let me ask you, how did you learn to do them?
How did I learn to do them?
Mhm.
Growing up watching, growing up watching them legend people that I was blessed to be around. Mike Joel, my father, Joel Henry, it was Josie, and these are the people that I was raised around. I can't forget my godfather, Woody, Kidi Akino de Bonga. I can't forget about him. Whenever he doing the work, I'm there watching, observing everything. And like I said before, when I got Asom, my Kamel called me and told me to come see her. And when I went to go see her, she basically gave me from A to Z. And a month later, she passed. She passed. I was grateful for that. You gotta remember, like I've been in voodoo since I was about. I've been attending voodoo ceremonies since I was about 2, 3 years old. The last time we I remember as a kid, I was probably like 1 years old. My mom said at my habitation they was giving the loi of my habitation manger food manger, and it's a law named Mambo Dada that's in my habitation. Mambo Dada took me from my mom and told my mom and pointed and she put me on her neck and told everybody that he's gonna be the one to lead this laku one day.
Mm.
Mambo Dada. Yep. And that law named Mambo Dada, that's the law that was in my grandmother's head. Mambo Dada amute mla uto pou mal nan peyi mwen. Pitit la souba mwen paket la nan tet mwen. Dada yi bel fam mute mla uto pou mal nan peyi mwen. She's like one of the daughters. She's like one of the daughters. Mambo Dada.
Right. You were raised in voodoo, from a child, and now here you are as a grown man.
Right.
You've taken the reins, and you're doing your things. So are you preparing? Because I know your father as well. Are you preparing your children to following your footsteps as well?
Most definitely. I want them to be better than me. I want them to be better than me. Any spiritual child of mine, I want them to be better than me. You get what I'm saying? I'm very strict when it comes up to voodoo, and they know that. Soon as that candle lit, all games, all that laughing is out the window. You get what I'm saying? I'm very strict when it comes up to especially ceremonies. Anybody that knows me knows during ceremonies that I'm very strict. I'm a very strict person when it comes up to ceremonies. You get what I'm saying? Um, my spiritual kids, all of them knows a lot. There's some of my spiritual kids that's not even initiated. They know more than people that are initiated. And I got an initiation that's coming up too in September, and some people might be ready in October. Some might be ready next year. So I might have 3 initiations on the way, by the way, just to put that out there.
What type of initiations are these?
These are consoles. I'm having consoles. That's what I do. I do consoles. I don't do lavetets. Because no child of mine is going to be, because a lavetet you consider as a simp.
Hunsi Simp.
Yes, no child of mine is a simp.
I don't know why you say it like that.
I'm sorry. No child of mine is a simp. Because we'll see simps, you have to turn in front of every Ugan and kiss the floor. I will
Right.
never have any of them, my child, turn in front of another Ugan and have to kiss the floor. Never.
That's what turns a lot of people off. They really don't like that.
So I
Right.
would never allow any of my child. I would never because what's the point of laving that when you console and that's like the premium package of a lavete, but you receive more. You receive all 21 nations of lois than just cleansing. Because that's all a lavete is cleansing. Is a cleansing.
So you're saying people
And,
should go
and
for
is a cleansing and you baptize in the lois in your head.
right.
When you console, you recevoir in lois. You recevoir in all nations of lois. You recevoir in
You're receiving the laws, right?
exactly. Exactly. That's the difference between a lavitet and a console. You get what I'm saying? So none of my kids I will be laving it that's like straight console.
So
My
your
kids to
spiritual
have
children.
knowledge.
So your spiritual children will be Supuen.
Supwen Asugwe. Supwen Asugwe.
Got you.
Because a simp, they can't participate in nothing in the ceremony. The only thing you can do is hold a candle. That's the only thing. Literally, that's the only thing you can do in the ceremony is hold a candle. As a
So
super, you can do Laplace, you can do Alexina, you can do Aiza, you could Kui Aiza, you could Podapo, you can do a lot, you can Sali Loa, you can do a whole lot of stuff during the ceremonies. A simp can't do that. Only a simp. The simp is only there to hold a ballot. And That's the only thing a simp is there to do, to hold a candle. That's the only thing you can do during the ceremony. And my kids gonna be all my kids. Majority of them they already know pretty much everything already because I already done, you know what I'm saying, explained everything to them. Like, bro, I have 275 spiritual kids.
Mm.
Like,
So for those of y'all that are interested in becoming one of his spiritual children, make sure you reach out to him, get in contact with him, and talk to him if you're thinking about getting initiated. All right.
another thing too, I don't just initiate anybody. I'm glad to do my research on you as well as a person, as a human being. I don't just run and try to console you like everybody else try to do. I'm not
Let's
like I'm not like every other Uga and Mumble. Just cause you come in the console, come let me console you. No,
okay, yo, let's get into that, right? Because I have I posted a video about a month ago from Bamambo Asagwe. She's well known. I know her. She's a great woman. She's been an Asagwe for a long time. And she was on this program in Haiti, and she made a statement that, just like what you said, today a lot of people are initiating people left and right.
right?
And
They turn
that
it into a business.
right. And she said that it's making initiation begin to lose its value because
Value.
people are doing that.
Matter of fact, initiation will never lose its value. The people lose their value. They're making the culture of voodoo lose its value. Initiation will never lose its value. Never. The people that's getting initiated, the people that's initiating will lose their value. The people that's initiating those people will lose their value because they're just taking anybody and just putting anybody inside the jail. No, you have to do your homework on this person.
Right.
To you have to do your own elimination on this person. You have to do your own demon on this person. You get what I'm saying? You have to first and foremost ask this person's habitation, law, ancestors for permission to console this person to do whatever it is that person want to do, for permission to do whatever it is that you want to do with this for this person. So I'm not one of those that's just gonna, you want to console? Come on, no. You know how many consoles I've canceled because of
Mm.
that? Because I'm not that type of Ugan. I'm sorry. I'm not that
Because
type of Ugan.
are you responsible? Like if you initiate them and they go do something stupid, are you
Yes,
responsible?
I am. Because they're a representation of me. They are a representation of me. That's why I make sure when I come with my kids, I make sure I teach them everything. That's why I let them know if you get initiated, I want you here with me a month, at least 2 weeks in advance before your consult, so you can start learning before, during, and after. Because you're going to sit there and make your own ason. I'm going to teach you how to fillet your own ason. You're going to make your own colliers. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to teach you how to do everything by yourself, just like they taught me, the old traditional way.
There are some Houngans and some Mambos who have been initiated, but they don't know nothing. They don't know how to sevi their law. They don't know anything. Because is it because of the culture of people that are selling voodoo?
There's a lot of mumbles and ugans that's out here that be at ceremonies. They just be at ceremonies just to show they got. I call them mumble belly. That's what I call them. Like my spiritual mom would call them mumble tikosage. That's what we call them. You're not a mumble, you're a mungo.
Oh my God, man.
You get what I'm saying? That's why that's why I love Papa local parties, which is in March. I love local parties because in local parties, that's when you get to challenge each other.
Expose people.
challenge each other's knowledge. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of them be running, a lot of them be outside because they don't know how to toke ason, they don't know the language, they don't know nothing. So they'll run from it. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to that time, when it's local party, when it comes to that, once they get into that local, bonsoir papa loco, ganwe. Ba de wọn si le gweto isado le o, apwe bonje mem na me o. Apwe je ou gan gade na me o la, bonje devan pa we le se de o. Once they start hearing that song, you're gonna start seeing them scatter like roaches.
Oh man.
Start seeing them scatter like roaches. You get what I'm saying?
Because they don't want to step up because
at that moment, there's a Uga that come out with a whole bunch of asons and they start throwing it to anybody. And they throw it to another person, and that person got to go head on with that person. And once they're done with that person, you got to do it to the next ason. Do it to the next one. To everybody. You get what I'm saying? And they be scared because they don't know what they're doing. They know they don't know how to do that. They don't know. Like recently, I was at a Kunzu. I was talking awesome. I had to put the La Place out. And at the end of the La Place, you know, the person got to come to me. The person that's doing the La Place, they got to come to me so I could talk awesome with them.
Mm-hmm.
He whispered to me, "Don't go too hard on me." And he whispered to me, "Don't go too hard on me." So what I did was I did the little basics, and
the
then
basic.
I closed it out. You get what I'm saying? so that lets you know, like, bro, like, you know.
Yeah.
And really, in a local party, why I love local parties, because I like to get down on the floor with them. Not only tokiaso, I want to get down on the floor with them.
Mm-hmm.
Both on the floor. We talking aso. We talking, and we parle in langage. And then you got to give me the reglement from A to Z. If you can't answer me, I get to take your aso from you and hang it on the potomita. And then you got to go back to where you came from and go learn. Next year, we're going to try it again. From that moment on, you disapprove it as a mumbo or asogwe. You get what I'm saying? From that moment on, you disapprove it. That means you got to go back and go learn. You get what I'm saying? You got to go back and go learn. Yep.
Y'all hear that, y'all? It's not easy to be Houngan Mumbo Asagwe. You got to know the reglement. You have to know. You have to be trained, and you have to know this stuff, man. It's not just about readings. It's not just about, you know, some people they just be given bullet and want to fix. You got to know the reglement, like he said, from A to Z.
A to Z, and you gotta have point. Exact bagay la. You gotta have point. You gotta know how to travail. Focus travail. That's the main important part. You gotta know how to work. You gotta know how to work. You gotta know how to work. I be so busy with clients. Like, I be so busy, I barely have time for myself.
That's the life of a Houngan.
Like literally. You gotta know how to travail. Like, and you gotta have good law qui con travail too. You just can't you can't slap your list and call yourself a mumbo and Uga, and you ain't make a name for yourself. I made a name for myself since I was 17, 18.
Right.
I'm 18 and I have people that's 56 years old kissing my feet during ceremonies. And I'm 18 years old. And they've been in this for decades. Right. 5 decades. Damn near 3, 4, 5 decades. And they giving me respect, calling me Papa. And these are old people. As a matter of fact, I want y'all to go on YouTube. I want y'all to remember this. Write this down. AKYNODAI. Type that on YouTube, and you're gonna see all my ceremonies, even my kanzu.
Repeat that one more time.
AKYNODAI. Akinode. On YouTube. You're going to see all my ceremonies. All those ceremonies, those are all my ceremonies. These are ceremonies you're going to see it say 15 years ago that I've done. I was a kid. Every single last one of those ceremonies are my ceremonies. I ain't even have facial hair. That's on my godfather's page. That's his page. I want to shout my father out. Joel Henry. Joel Henry. Qui dit un cabouze bon gun. The man that gave me so much knowledge. The man that I can sit here today to be able to speak and say whatever I'm saying. The man that drove me to go get the knowledge from Papa Loco. He's the one that used to y'all gonna see him in that videos as well. And in the Kunzo video, when we getting Kunzo, the man that's singing, the man that had Simbi on him, and y'all gonna see all of that. The light-skinned man that was singing in all the ceremonies that y'all gonna see. That's singing in every ceremony. That's my spiritual father. On Facebook, his name is Joel Henry. That's my spiritual father. An icon. A legend. A man that every ceremony in Miami, he did. Every ceremony for every mumble in Miami, my father did it for them. I was blessed. I'm blessed that I'm happy that I was raised by amongst legends and icons in the voodoo community. And that's where my knowledge come from. That's where all these knowledge come from. You get what I'm saying? And one thing about me, all I gotta do is see something one time. All I gotta do is see it one time, and that's it. It's like I have photographic memory. I see something one time, and that's it. I got it. You get what I'm saying? And my dad used to always say, he's gonna be the one to replace me. Now my dad just kicked his feet back and just, son, go handle that. You get what I'm saying? Now my dad is a proud dad. Like he knows that his son knows his stuff. You get what I'm saying? He knows that he did a great job teaching me. You get what I'm saying? So, and there's an interview I wanna also have him on here one day. One of these interviews. I also want to have my dad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. We need that wisdom on here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to also do that. That's something I want to do.
We'll love to have him, man. Definitely. Sobo and Bade. So talk to me about Sobo and Bade.
Sobo la vi yo do kwa. Sobo la vi yo do kwa. Papa sobo la vi yo do kwa. Papa sobo la vi yo do kwa. So jeme. Diso jeme la yo yo do kwa. Tibade o civilo Mesdames, pour un courage, au soutien la de au so bagi so boan Diana na vodou Tibade on civilo, bade mon wa au soutien la de. That's their song right there.
Talk to us about them. Tell me how important they are in the Kunzo process.
Sobo. Sobo is a big lord, like green and yellow. He was green and yellow. Sobo is like one of the laws that just know Sobo and Bada, they play a major role in initiation, and they there are two laws, there's Sobo and there's Bada. That's why they say in the song So man. And then when they sing that song in the ceremony, everybody lift up their left hand. That's to keep the secret within inside what we did inside the Jevo. Sobo la vie wuyoyo do kwa. Wuyo, you are called a wuyo when you're inside the Jevo. You are called a wuyo when you are inside the Jevo getting initiated.
Mm.
That's why the song says Sobo la vie wuyoyo do
Mm-hmm.
kwa. Sobo la vie wuyoyo do kwa. Papa sobo la vie wuyoyo do kwa. So Jamel. I swear to God. I swear. Basically, I swear.
Tobo and by their royalty,
Mm-hmm.
they're like the most royal of the Loire.
Mm-hmm.
As y'all hear Dieu Devan break it down, you know. So that's the Loire that a lot of y'all don't hear about, but they play a very
There's actually a society named Sobu that my dad and a few other people from back in the days. I was so young. I was probably maybe 11 years old, and my dad helped build that society. Helped that
mm,
lady build that society, and there's a lot of people that got initiated within that society. And the other day, like not too long ago, I was at a ceremony, and it was one of the new people from that society that that obviously that's new to the voodoo, not as new as like as I am. Like I've been around since day one from in that society, because our society and their society used to be like one.
mm.
So I asked that person, I said, "Do you know the history of your society?" They said no. I said, "You know my dad, the one that built your society? You know my dad is the one that like started your society, that built your society, that helped your mom build that society."
Mm.
I said, "Go ask your mom." Every ceremony that person does, my dad was the one that did it for them. Even they even the point that that person have at their house, they God, which is Kafu, at their house, my dad the one that helped them with that.
Mm.
God bless the dead Ugantazan, my dad, Pushon, Ewol, Jacques Maniga, Mami Toye, Elizabeth, can't forget about Elizabeth. those are old school people I'm telling you about. They don't even. There's a lot of people that don't even be coming to ceremonies no more. Like these are like, old, you know, iconic. And then I'm like, and these type of things make me feel so old. Like when I go back and watch all these videos, and then when I look at the bottom and it say like 15 years ago, like bro,
Right.
just feel like the other day, like I just got awesome the other day, like bro, like god damn, where the time is going.
Right. Right.
Like, bro, I'm growing gray hairs and
You are elder now.
what the hell? Like bro,
You are elder now.
like golly.
So Lakeisha asks, will you be a godparent to someone who lives in another state as long as they travel?
Yeah, I got a lot of those.
Oh, Isis asks, do the law bother both kids or one kid more than the other?
The Lord, the kid that they want, that they choose, that's chosen.
The kid that's chosen gets bothered more. Mhm.
While multiple laws are trying to communicate at the same time.
She's saying there's more than one law trying to communicate to her at one time.
Oh, I mean, can I get them to communicate one by one? Yes, you can. You can ask them to do that. Light a candle, will make a lump. Best thing to do, get a white bowl. Best thing to do, get a white bowl. Let me flip my camera for this. You get a white bowl and you get cotton. I don't know if you know how to make a mesh. You use olive oil with olive oil. And you're going to make your demands with the spirits to communicate with you one by one. And you're going to sleep on the floor that night all in white. And you're going to put that lump by your head. Okay? That's what you do.
So we got two questions, right? So Black Eyed Peas wants to know about how you do a manger for the loi.
How you do a manger for the loi? It all depends on which loi. First of all, you don't do manger lois just like you do your food. You don't with the meat. You don't clean loi meat with lime. You use sour oranges. You don't use garlic in loi food. You understand? You don't use garlic in loi food, and it depends on which loi you're feeding.
Let's talk about how about this? Let's do a fueda. Say you want to do manger pour fueda, right?
Hmm.
Say you're gonna do the D blanc poisson rose. How would you present that?
Present that um to Fuda.
To fueda. Let's do what day, what time, what food, and what do you put it in? All that.
Okay, for Fuda, you you have a white plate with white rice, another long plate with yellow tail snapper, a yellow tail fish, a pink one, nice big one. Do not cut the fins or the tail. And you put a candle in the middle of the rice for her. And when she comes,
What color candle?
a white candle, one of those white little candles that you light up,
Mm-hmm.
you put it in the middle of the rice. When she comes, you sit her down on the chair, but you put a white sheet on the chair and you put a lot of perfume on the chair because she's very bougie. She don't want nothing dirty. She don't want no females next to her. Only men. She don't want no female touching her food. Only men can serve her. Only men can serve her. Now, when she's done with the men, then she will come and greet her kids like females, and she normally greet them by the pinky. She greet them with by the pinky. You get what I'm saying? And you present the food. You four-way the food: east, west, north, south, and then you present the food to her with the fork and the knife. She'll take the fork and the knife. She'll take a little bit of the rice and she'll throw it in the four ways first, and then she'll take another spoon, put in your mouth, take another spoon, put in her mouth. Then she'll take the fish, do the same thing with the fish, and then put it in your mouth, and then she'll put it in her mouth, and then she'll tell you to separate it by everybody to everybody, to give it to everybody. That means she already received her food. That lady is very bougie. When she comes, she gotta put on slippers. She don't even want to touch the floor.
All right. So, okay, you said something, and we also got some more questions, right? So, but you said something that I knew it was something I wanted to ask you about, and I want you to break it down for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cat facade. Explain to people what cat facade is and why we do it. What's the purpose of cat facade?
Kat Fasad, you're you're you you saluting toute loi that's in the north, the east, where côté soleil levé
Mm-hmm.
first, and the west, the south, and the north. Reason we do that, that's because of the force, the four elements that's in
Each direction.
is in that's in that right, that's in each direction. When you doing the kat facade, you calling down the spirit from each direction. When you're doing the kat facade, from the east side, west, the north, and the south, you calling down the spirit from all four
Good.
sides. How do you know when you need to be initiated? The spirits will tell you, or they'll tell you in your dreams.
Turn your camera around. We can't see you on the TikTok.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, yeah. The spirits will tell you in your dreams. They'll tell you in your dreams, or they'll Ogu will come and tell you that you need to get initiated, or if you feel like you're missing something and you want to grow from wherever you at, that's the spirit inside of you that's telling you, trying to lead you to know more so you can give more to it, because the spirits live inside of you. They live inside of you. You got to know, and that's the role of a supine, learning how to unlock your abilities. The role of a supine, Laplace. You got to know how to do Laplace. Veve, you got to learn your règlement, learn your everything before you become a Asowe. Okay, that's what I did. By the time I was an Asowe, I already knew all the basics. So all I wanted to know was stuff that I didn't know already. Because when I was a supine, I knew stuff that I was not supposed to know. When I was a supine, there was a big meeting in Miami amongst all Mumbo Asogwes. They contacted my father and told my father that my father got two options, either to counsel me and bring me to the highest level, or they're going to have to kill me because I knew too much for my level. So me giving you advice, learn those. That's your rule as a Supoin. Learn those. Can both La Fontainebleau and Wedu choose you? I know Wedu is with me, but the red candle with Dambala is not. Okay, La Fontainebleau. Dambala, okay, La Fontainebleau is Dambala on Pitwo. It's the same law. It's just on Pitwo side. Like, for example, Fuera is Donto on the Pitwo side. A lot of people don't know that. It's the same law, just on the Pitwo side, on the hot side. That's why they say you got a good side and you have a bad side, a hot side. When you get into below low, that's when you redoing okay, when you're doing a reglima and then you finish at Ogu, you get into below low, you restarting the reglima all over again. Cause you silent leg bana petu again, Dambala la flambeau, no massa, hold on, massa, then Dambala la flambeau. You get what I'm saying? Then so on and so forth. It's the same reglima, just in a Pitwo way. They're different when they're on the Pitwo side. Yes, they are different when they're on the Pitwo side. Because when they're on the Pitwo side, that's when they flip. You get what I'm saying? That's the only difference that, you know, because when he's on the other side, he's Dambala Wedo. But when he's on Pitwo side, he's La Flambeau.
Somebody asked, should a person wait until the guardian angel, I guess their Metet, appeared to them before they get initiation?
You get initiated, your guardian angel going to come to you automatically. Because before you get initiated, there are ceremonies that are necessary that are made for you to connect with your method before you get initiated, and you get initiated under your method.
What's the next step after you find out you're a réclamé?
Next step you do, once you find out you réclamé, you recevoir your lois. You recevoir your loi. You entrer your loi. You enter your loi, make an altar for that loi, bless everything. You find out everything that they use. Let's say if it's Ogu, you buy his mushet, his warm, his mouchoir, you know, his cigar, his everything that he uses, and you enter him. You have a Ogun that, you know, to enter the law for you. And you don't want to only enter one law, you want to enter all the laws. You just create an altar so you can have all the laws, because once you enter one, the rest of them gonna come in your dreams and be like, damn, you left us outside. What about us? And to prevent that, instead of it just entering one, enter all of them. Because you don't just want to enter one law and then next you know, you have a dream. The rest of the spirits like, hey, what about us? You get what I'm saying? Then that's going to cause problems for you.
Be Too Nice asks, how do you get your dreams back after being attacked?
Get you a glass of water. Get you a candle. Before you do that, get you a krish glue. A krish. A krish glue is one of those clay things. You got a krish? So you can show what a krish is?
I only got the small one for the Marasa, but hold on.
It don't matter. Show them that. This is what a kush is, but get the bigger version.
There's a big one. There's a really big one that he's talking about. You should get.
Like this. It's bigger.
Right. It looks
But
like
it's
this,
bigger.
but it's bigger. It's way bigger.
You get one like that. You put it with water. Right? You put water in that. And you're going to get a bougie, a yellow bougie. You're going to wake up early in the morning when the sun coming up. You're going to face Saint Nicolas. Saint Nicolas is the sun when the sun coming up. You're going to put the kush in the bougie, the yellow bougie up in the sky. And then you're going to make your demands of what you want. And when you finish doing that, you're going to take that bougie, you're going to put it inside the kush or the water. And then you're going to pour it on your head. And when you finish pouring it on your head, you're going to go get you a glass of water and a regular white ballon. If you can get a long ballon, that'll even be good too. Get one of those long ballons. Because you're going to put that ballon inside of that glass of water. And you're going to put it right next to your head. You're going to say, I want my dreams to be as clear as this water. And then you take that ballon, that candle, you put it upside down in that water and you leave it there right by your head. And stop sleeping with your hands under your head. That's what makes y'all forget your dreams.
Someone asks, is it common for a woman to have a male metet?
Yes. Of course. My mom met that as Ogu, just like me. And it's common for a man to have a woman's met that as well. That's common. That's
Isis
common.
Isis asks, how do you tell the difference if it's a law that has come to you or if it's a negative energy sent?
You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it by your energy. Because one thing about energy, it does not lie. If it's a bad energy, you're gonna feel it's a bad energy. But if it's a low energy, you're gonna feel a safe energy. That's how you can tell the difference. What if you got a reading and Loa told you what to do? If a Loa told you what to do, then you do what the Loa told you to
Do
do.
what the Lord told you to do.
That's simple.
Yeah. You do what he said.
How do you feed your God? I feel like mine is low. Every December, I feed I feed my children God like every December. I well, it depends on what God you got. It depends on what God you got. It's called Fote Fe. First of all, you want to Fote Fe. See me, I got the God of all gods. The God that I have is the King of all gods.
What's your God?
Simbi Glo, Simbi Andezo, Simbi Makaya. Trois Wamaj, the three kings.
That's right.
The three kings. That's the God. Moi, Dieu Devan bonga. Petit en kabeze bonga. Petit, c'est lisa bon. Petit. En kagwele bonga. Petit. Et des potés bonga. Nous sommes grands sourire d'arrimer mes fois à son nom. Moi connais devant tout aussi Dieu la doguisan. Moi se va avec un grand coule devant Messie à zonglo. Nèg mai fado, nèg gonzile, nèg pili passe, nèg ma bodole. Nèg mai fado. M'keke m'bante sur règlement mettre garde si mandizo. Après dire, ago, si ago là.
La pale langage.
Whoever, if you got initiated, go ask your parent. I keep quest sebo mo evalo.
How did they get their metet to come to them in their dream?
Meditate. 2, if you know who your mentor is, make a lump, surnomme on your method name, and you make your demands. You go actually a knot, and you're gonna put a white sheet on there, and then you're gonna put the lump by your head. If you know you're a wild sleeper, make sure that lump is pushed up a little too further up. The money for the law is for the law. I put Democrat money in his second because he the one that working. If I touch $1 out of his money, he gonna cocoa bear me like he did that to me. Because I touched $20 of this man money. Democrat money, I put it in the second. I can't touch not $1 because he saved his money for when November come. I can throw his party with no problem. Even when it's our birthday as Oolans, we have a birthday too. We have our day too, which is Julewa, which is January 6th. That's Ugans also with birthdays. When Mumble also with birthdays. Ules a Julewa. That's why the song says, Je t'ai oublié, papa loco, papa, joie la e, Julewa, c'est le Ugan marché. Julewa, c'est le Ugan marché, je t'ai oublié, papa loco, papa, joie la e.
So right after Bakaya is y'all day. Y'all day.
Yep, right after Makaya is our party. Okay, you got March. That's local Dambala. June.
Wait, and Cousin in May?
Yeah, May and Cousin. May is Cousin. I'm fast forward. I'm trying to hurry it. but yeah, July you got Donto. You know what I'm saying? June they celebrate Ogu in June, and September. September coming up. There's a lot of Kushe Yums that's happening. Kushe Yum is a ceremony where you initiate the Yum and Poisson for Simbi, Ogu, and Agao. That's a whole initiation. Like you gotta initiate their food. The Yum and Poisson. That's called Couche Yum. That's a whole ceremony. That's like a whole Kanzo ceremony.
That's in September.
Yes. For that, they mostly, they believe it or not, they be celebrating foot up in December as well, like towards the beginning of December, January, because sometimes in December it still be giddy parties that be going on.
Yeah, I know.
When I have my giddy party is literally the second and third, because Demon Play, he's not a regular giddy. He's a giddy and he's a god at the same time. You get what I'm saying? That's why he was red and black. You get what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily only put him in November, because when I call Demon Play, I don't call Demon Play on Bunda and Japi. I call Demon Play on Pitu. On YouTube, y'all gonna type in AKYNODAI. Akinode. Type in Akinode and y'all gonna see my kanzu, all my ceremonies, everything. It's 5,000 for Supuen and 7,000 for Aso.
I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all.
Initiation will open your eyes. It's gonna make you look at this world differently. You're gonna open your eyes. Your eyes are gonna be open. You're gonna be woke and not in blind. You're not gonna be blind anymore. You
Uh,
won't be blind anymore.
Be Too Nice wants to know if you do everything in Florida.
Yeah, I do everything in Florida.
Can Archangel Raphael be a guardian angel?
Of course, he's a spirit. He's an angel. Of course, I got him. I got him on my spiritual table. Actually, I just that's crazy. You brought his name up because I just bought him and I put him right next to my Agao um picture in my spiritual at the spiritual house.
He said he came in his dreams.
That's crazy. I just bought that. I just bought the Raphael. I just bought the Raphael statue and I put it right next to the Agao picture at the voodoo house where I do all my work at. How to protect myself if I keep being spiritually attacked? Get you a wine get you a wine. You know those wine cups. Get some Divan. Put some white red wine. I preferably the Donto wine. It's not here. It's up front. The Donto wine and take 7 garlics and put it in there and put it by your front door. My initiation was the biggest initiation in Florida history. My council that I told y'all to go look at on our YouTube page, y'all go check it out. And everybody that y'all see in there are icon mumbles. These are well-known mumbles and ugans. That's at my council.
To the guy who said that he met somebody in Florida, right? To the guy you said, I just moved to Florida, but my people from up north said the same. Oh, no, but no, the guy who said, where's he said? He says, because my guy's from over there. I met him in Florida. Everybody that you meet, you gotta vet them. That doesn't mean that they official like that.
Exactly. And I hate those kind of people, dog. They be scamming these people out of their money, bro. Like that is so terrible, dog. Like
Yeah, I know, man.
those kind of people, bro.
I
Me, I
know.
take my voodoo so serious, bro. I do not play when it comes up to voodoo. Like
Right.
all that, they turn this shit into a business, man. You
Yep.
have to teach these people the right way. You messing up the name of voodoo when you do stuff like that.
Right.
You get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like that's terrible.
It's awful, man.
But guys, I love you guys. Those of y'all and reach out to me. Those of y'all DM me, reach out to me.
Hey,
My number
say your number one time again for the
my number is on my profile. It's 954-605-3158. Those of y'all, you know, if y'all want to reach out to me, reach out to me. My number is 954-605-3158. Is on my page, on this page. Those of y'all that's trying to learn, that want to get taught the right way, reach out. My inbox is open. You get what I'm saying?
and don't forget the initiations is in. Give them the dates again.
Initiations are in September, October, and sometime next year, in the beginning of next year, like February-ish,
All
March,
right. All right,
September,
brother. Man,
October, February.
hey, thank you very much, bro. I appreciate you doing this
I love
again.
y'all. Not a problem. Not a problem,
Yeah,
man.
man. Hey, you dropped a lot of jewels, man. We got to do it
Yeah.
again. Get your godfather on here too, man.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get him on here. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
my
man. Let's and we could do this thing, man. I
my
love
dad,
it.
my dad, you know, one thing about my dad, you know, he speak English, but you know, sometimes he be getting stuck with his English.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
you know he could talk Creole on the show. You know that.
no, he speak English now, but
Uh-huh.
sometimes you know
Yeah.
he be so passionate about what he's saying,
Right.
and he be like, you know, the words won't come out. The words that he want to use won't come out
Okay.
the way he want to. So I'll just have him whatever, you know, speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Whatever, bro. You know how we do on this show.
For
But
sure.
man, hey, thank you again, bro.
I actually got a website too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start doing classes. Is jdevan.com. I'm gonna start doing classes for those of you guys that really want to learn about real voodoo. You get what I'm saying, on how to do certain things, on what to do, how to limit certain lumps, and what to do when you're in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna have a class to start teaching y'all about what spirit this is, what it is to use for this spirit, what this spirit drink, what this spirit eats, what this spirit uses, you know, what color is for the spirit, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? To teach you guys about voodoo. Those of y'all that don't know, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could log on my website and log in and join my class. It's only $350 a month. $350 a month. Y'all learning from the best. Y'all
So
learning from the best.
get it early. Get it early. Get in early. That's all I can say.
Right.
All
But
right, brother, man. I'm gonna log off, man.
good
Thank
night,
you
y'all.
again. Thank you again. Hey, man, I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, always. It's always a great one.